Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and I'm here today to talk about some of the main astrology aspects that we're up against for the month of June. And so we are about to enter a brand new month, some fresh new energies, and we kind of start off June with a bang. And so on June the 1st, we have Jupiter conjunct the North Node in Taurus. And so this is going to be a very key aspect when it comes to the energies playing out this month. We also have Jupiter sextile Saturn. And so this is a very supportive energy that is kind of leading all of us in the collective onto this path of growth and discovering something new, maybe about yourself, or kind of where you're at on the journey. And so there's a strong karmic pull in the energies playing out when it comes to our karmic pathway, our purpose, our true North Node. And so we're all kind of being pulled into the unknown right now. And so it's this drive, I feel, too, of wanting to experience deeper, meaningful connections. And so what do we need to do to become an alchemist? To embrace this new adventure is kind of the energies coming through. And so I do feel this is where we kind of organically and effortlessly go towards what it is we're here to consciously create. And so Jupiter conjunct North Node and sextile Saturn is opening up all kinds of new doorways of opportunities, but it really is up to us to take charge of our destiny, of our journey, and to say yes to this higher spiritual call that we've all kind of been feeling. And so Jupiter conjunct North Node is one of the most important transits. Kitty's all up in my business today, like a dirty shirt. So Jupiter and the North Node, both of these energies are in Taurus, and they both got a lot of things in common, right? Jupiter is about growth and expansion, and the North Node is about being growth oriented as well. And so Jupiter in Taurus is asking us to find that higher meaning. Taurus represents the Hierophant in the tarot, which is this higher purpose energy, this higher energy coming in. And our North Node, we all have our own individual North Node, but our North Node is our actual karmic purpose this lifetime. And so this is an opportunity to say, hey, ready or not, it's time to kind of step into the unknown. And I do feel those with their Taurus North Node or Scorpio North Node are going to be feeling this pull more so than the other signs, or especially those leading into the Aries North Node energy. And so the energies are maximizing the potential of stepping into our karmic pathway this lifetime. And so Taurus energy is going to be highlighted in our life. So you're going to want to pay close attention to where Taurus energy falls in your natal chart, because that's going to be the planet and the houses most affected by these energies. And we don't want to miss any amazing opportunities because we're too afraid to get unstuck from something that isn't really working for us. And then on June the 4th, we have this wonderful full moon in Sagittarius, and I talked about this in the weekly forecast. And so this is a rebirth energy, without a doubt. It's going to be a full moon in Sagittarius at 13 degrees. It's going to be trine Mars in Leo, and it's going to be square Saturn in Pisces. And so this is creating both a tense energy and a harmonious energy. And so these are kind of working together and building on each other, these aspects. And so I do feel this full moon is bringing forward triggers in order to push us towards our true allies on our spiritual journey. And so the triggering energy of the full moon is being brought up by the square with Saturn. And so some type of Saturnian theme is going to be illuminated that's likely been delayed. And so it's like the breakdown of all of the dirty laundry. And so you might have a conflict of some sort with a family member or an intimate partner, but it's going to bring something into your conscious awareness or attention that you've kind of been avoiding looking at it. It's like the Two of Swords energy. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. Well, the full moon is going to be like, well, you're going to have to deal with this. Because we can't fix the problem until we kind of know fully what the problem is. And that's what the Saturn energy is. And so the Mars in Leo is going to help us solve the problem, right? And so the Mars trine is saying, hey, what is your best approach at this full moon? Because the bold energy of Leo is saying it's time to take action based on the heart. Leo represents the heart. And so it is about standing our ground. It is about instilling firm boundaries and taking action despite any, chaos, frustrations, or delays, or potential hindrances, right? And so as we raise our vibration and we go into these higher states and we expand our consciousness, there's a lot of people that kind of have to leave our life, but not without causing some delays and some hindrances first. And so whatever exactly requires your attention in your personal life and your spiritual journey is going to be dependent on the housing aspects in your natal chart. And so pay attention to where Sagittarius is this full moon, because it's going to cast a light on that. And so for me, it is my 10th house, which is my midhaven, which is a big part of my purpose. This is like my reputation. This is the house of fate. So pay attention to where that is in your own personal housing side. And so the day after the full moon in Sag, we're going to have Venus entering Leo. So we're going to have both the masculine and the feminine energies, planetary speaking wise, in the energy of Leo. And so it's this energy of like, hey, have I got your attention now? Have I got all of your attention? When I think of Leo, it's the energy of like lights, camera, action. It's the energy of like appreciation, acknowledgement. And so with Venus and Leo, this is not a regular transit through the feminine energy, because Venus is going to go retrograde in the sign of Leo in July. So this is going to be interesting for sure. So we're going to have 4 months of Venus in Leo this year. So that's going to be huge. And so Venus in Leo is all about finding out who we are, right? And I do feel the unhealthy expression of Venus in Leo is a lot of drama, right? Attention-seeking drama queens. We're going to have to be careful of that, because the positive expression of healthy Leo energy is emotional honesty, harnessing our emotions, our feelings, understanding our wants and desires are just as important as anybody else's wants or desires. So we'll see how this kind of plays out with Venus and Leo. Some big retrograde energies coming up in the month of June. On June 11th, we have Pluto re-entering into Capricorn. And so it went retrograde into Aquarius. And so it's going to re-enter into Capricorn. And so any Capricornian themes in your birth chart that you didn't learn that lesson or transform a situation, it's coming back around to be dealt with again. And Capricorn represents the father energy. And so I do feel this is a big shift. Although it's a slow moving shift, it's something coming back that needs to be addressed, that needs to be integrated, that needs to be changed and transformed. So 7 months of Pluto in Capricorn. It's not going to go back into Aquarius until January of next year. And so a lot of reflection on the Plutonian Capricornian themes coming up when it comes to closing a major chapter in our lives and tying up some loose ends and reflecting on what do we want to do differently for the next 20 years of our life with Pluto re-entering back into Aquarius. And so that's going to be a big reevaluation for me. Pluto is going to be hitting my 11th house. I have my 11th house in Capricorn. And so this is all about my social groups and a big part of, me being out there in the public eye, socially speaking. So it might be a reevaluation of my work coming up here as well for my own retrograde energies. June 11th. 7/11 is a big day. I feel 7/11's been coming up for the last couple of months, and so Pluto's going to re-enter Capricorn on 7/11, and Mercury is also going to be entering into Gemini on 7/11, and so this is all about communication. Mercury's been in Taurus, it feels like forever, right? Because of the retrograde. So it's like this energy of I'm ready for something new. Mercury's all playful in the sign of Gemini. It's lighthearted, joyful, playful energy, and Gemini is at home, or Mercury is at home in Gemini, right? And so Gemini is like a natural with everything. I know I'm a Venus in Gemini, and so it's all about an honest expression, communication. And so communication is going to be in focus coming up here, and Gemini likes articulate, eloquent, and clear communication. You got to mentally stimulate anybody with heavy Gemini in their chart, or you're just not going to cut it with them, because we like that emotional intellect, right? And so I do feel with Mercury and Gemini, this is going to be a great time to connect with others of like-minded purposes. It's the energy of maybe digging a little bit, advancing with some coursework, doing some research, writing, collaborations, exchanging ideas. And then we're going to have Saturn going retrograde on June 17th. Or, yeah, June 17th. 7/11, sorry. 6/11. I'm getting ahead of myself. So Saturn is going to be going retrograde in the sign of Pisces. And so this is going to be a theme of transparency, I feel. So when planets change directions, station direct or retrograde, it's sitting in that 1 degree mark for a certain period of time, right? And so with Saturn going retrograde at 7 degrees, Pisces 7 is the energy of truth seeking, right? We're in the year of the 7. 7 is the energy of the mystic. And so I do feel our spirituality is going to be the main focus of our life with Saturn retrograde in Pisces. And so I do feel it's going to be a difficult energy, because Saturn's all about structure and order, and Pisces is kind of all about embracing the chaos. And so I do feel, depending on which area Pisces falls in your natal chart, that is kind of what's going to be relevant during this retrograde, especially around the 7 degree mark. And so I'm a Pisces rising, and so this is about who I am, right? This is about putting myself out there in my most authentic expression. Say if you have Pisces in your 7th house, it's going to be a lot of relationship issues. Pisces in the 12th house is where it naturally falls, and that's the house of spirituality, right? That knows no bounds. And so I just feel we're going to have a lot of re-evaluation when it comes to our spirituality coming up here. We're going to have the new moon in Gemini on June the 18th at 26 degrees. And it is going to be square Neptune. And so I do feel this energy is asking us to embrace spiritual development. I do feel the energies are going to be a little bit baffling in the month of June. There might be some tower moments where people are going to be sitting there saying, oh my God, how did I not see that coming? But change is an opportunity for growth. And change says there's something better coming your way if you leave something else behind. Maybe it could be an unrealistic expectation or a partnership, but it's about reframing our thought process, reframing our perspective of how we view the world and humanity. We're going to have Jupiter sextile Saturn on the 19th. And so I do feel this is going to be one of the best transits of the month. It's going to be very important. And I do feel it's basically this energy of reaping the rewards of the seeds that we planted back in December. And so I do feel this conjunction, we might not see something physically concrete in our lives. It's kind of going to be similar to like the dark new moon energy. Yes, Kitty. but things are kind of happening below the surface and in the background, even if we're not aware of it yet. So I do feel things are really coming to light in the month of June. We're going to have concrete opportunities presented when it comes to building new foundations. We're going to have the sun entering into Cancer on the 21st of June, which is also the summer solstice. So happy birthday to my Cancers out there, June Cancers. And so the summer solstice, or the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere, I do feel this is going to be one of the most important days of the year, right? Cancer is a cardinal leadership sign. This is where the sun is going to be at the highest point in the sky, where I'm at, or in the southern hemisphere is going to be at the lowest point. And so we're reaching some type of culmination. We're kind of at this point of no return at this point in time. And so things are shifting big time, right? Our priorities have been shifting and changing. And so I do feel this is going to be a very magical day. I know a lot of us have been really tuning in and reflecting internally when it comes to being at crossroads or divine wide points in our life. And I do feel this is going to be a magical day to go on that next journey, right? To take that next course of action. And then on the 26th of June, Mercury is also going to be entering into Cancer. And so Mercury is going to be joining the sun in Cancer near the end of June. And this is going to bring a lot of emotional sensitivity within our communications, right? And so I also think of Cancer, I think of a lot of telepathy as well going on there. And so we're not going to want to spare our words, I feel, in the month of June. It means we got something to say. We got to say it. With Mercury in Cancer, we need to remember Cancer rules the moon, not only our emotions, but our gut instincts. And so I think June is a month of learning to trust our intuition, our instincts, and to rely on our emotional, spiritual intelligence to make decisions moving forward. So let's jump in with some cards and see what other energies we might expect to come through in the month of June. Karmic lessons, and there's that unexpected upheaval. So there is going to be some Tower energy. There's going to be some upheaval in a lot of people's lives when it comes to stepping into this new spiritual experience. And so I know for me, it feels like the collective is already in this period of rest as we kind of close out all of these karmic lessons, right? We're reaching completion of these karmic lessons, especially when it comes to the Taurus, Scorpio energy axis. And so a lot of us have been dealing with some very hefty karmic past life experiences that have needed resolution. And we've been working through these very painful lessons. And now I feel we're ready to step into the growth aspect. So we'll see what other energies are coming through for the collective. Keep in mind the card reading is not sign specific. This is collective energy. So follow the signs, follow the syncs. And I know the number syncs have been huge lately when it comes to higher communication from my guides, symbols and signs. So really pay attention. Really embrace the deeper meaning, because we are all finding our truth this year, right? This is the year of truth seeking and understanding where we've been misguided by religious falsehoods or by people in our lives that have, you know, had some shady intentions. And so a lot of light is being shed on, you know, what is not true for us moving forward. So we're going to see what spiritual energies are coming through for our journey in June. For the collective, we're finding our tribes. We're releasing people that deplete us, that keep us stuck, that keep us stagnant. And a huge month of deepening our relationship to self. And that's what Gemini is kind of asking us to do, right? To sift through our own dualistic nature and to reach our own personal truth. And so June is going to be a month of purging and cleansing people, places, and things, and reconnecting with our higher self. Purging the lower ego. And so there's going to be some roadblocks to overcome. And there's going to be some attachments that need to be released. So we're releasing these unhealthy memories, these unhealthy people, unhealthy work situations, home life situations, and we are going through a major release and renewal. And so facing these challenges, these roadblocks, in order to understand our fullest potential. So a lot of purging of our own negative behaviors as well. So many of us are being pushed into our teaching role within the collective, and we are being asked to impart this wisdom of these lessons that we have learned as part of this karmic experience. How can we help others evolve out of their own karmic cycles? So get ready to deepen your relationship to yourself, to maybe reinvigorate a sense of motivation, and really harnessing in self-love. And so we are kind of on the precipice of these very pivotal divine soul connections coming into union. And so a lot of the twins, we have a very significant role that we play in the human evolution as we go through our own soul's evolution. And so there is a very important soul connection here coming through that is going to be a part of your purpose. And maybe the two of you will embrace mission work together this lifetime. So I do feel June is a month of new perspectives, new outlooks, taking ownership of where we're at, empowering ourselves to make better decisions and stepping forward into our highest potential. And that might require having an open conversation with somebody. Let's see what's going to come through with the illumination deck. So there's going to be sadness and loss. But we can't go after our dreams if we don't kind of trim the dead branches and release relationships that are kind of already over. So I do feel a lot of connection with our ancestors coming through as well. Maybe you're going to receive a message. This could mean the death of a person. Maybe there will be a death. I'm not sure, but I've been shown that death energy a while now. But I do feel receiving some type of message from a crossed over loved one. It could be receiving ancestral support. But I feel a long-awaited message, some form of communication where maybe somebody's bottled up their emotions for a long time. But let's see what else is coming through collectively with the Illumination Oracle deck. While we get meeting somebody new, it's kind of feeling like a Two of Cups. There's that obstacle. Oh my goodness, they're really coming out with this deck today. Regret. Well, an opportunity is going to be presenting itself. Somebody here has a lot of regret, going through growth and expansion, and I do feel somebody is determined to not let an opportunity slip them by. I think somebody's like, I got to go now. I got to seize this opportunity now before somebody else swoops in. And so there is some type of apology coming. I do feel maybe somebody's been waiting for this communication for a long time. This is definitely about growth and expansion. And we got regret, we got shame, we got guilt, and we've got a huge release. So I feel somebody's resisted coming forward seeking forgiveness because they lacked the ability to be emotionally intimate. And so that's a block, right? Fear of intimacy is a block. And we can't truly connect with any blocks when it comes to intimacy. There's really nothing to fear when it comes to being emotionally vulnerable. And so I feel divine timing. Somebody's been patiently waiting for somebody to tear down the walls around their heart, to go through this growth and expansion. Maybe somebody that's kind of left them on red for a long time. But what I want to say is ready, set, go. Somebody's ready to take a leap of faith now and seize an opportunity. Maybe when it comes to a situation where the door was shut, locked, but the key's in the door and the opportunity is here. And so ready or not, I think there is somebody coming in very quickly with an apology who might have left you in the dark for quite some time. And there's fear of intimacy. So I do feel some type of rebirth. And somebody's really cowered away, maybe waiting for you to reach out to them first. But I do feel some type of communication after a very challenging obstacle is faced. So let's jump in with the tarot and see what else is coming through. Well, there's that shift in perspective. There's that new outlook, getting unstuck. Somebody's been stuck, definitely going through a period of enlightenment, spiritual growth, advancement, breaking free, maybe from an entrapped situation with the Eight of Swords in reversed. I do feel a light bulb moment when it comes to a situation where I think two people have been very emotionally dissatisfied. There's been a lot of tears. There's been a lack of communication, and it's been feeling stuck. It's been feeling like a prison, and getting unstuck with the Pisces energy. So something about the retrograde might be getting somebody unstuck. Yeah, because somebody, I feel, stuck in a situation. There could be addictions here. Maybe, you know, this was a romance that come in like a whirlwind, and you thought this was wish fulfillment. You jumped into something without really thinking it through, and now it's feeling stuck. And so maybe somebody's been masking their discontentment with addictions with the Nine of Cups. But somebody's stuck here, and this is surrounding an old mindset as well. Oh, and now it's reversed. Now it's reversed. So let's see what's going on here for the month of June for the collective, what we can expect in these energies. Oh, well, we get an Ace of Wands, the Chariot, the Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So wow. These are opportunities being presented, a golden opportunity to maybe embark upon a new creative endeavor. Somebody's got some talent, some skills, a passionate new drive, and this is something that can grow into a lot of abundance. This could even mean a windfall, maybe by Cancer season. But I feel there's the walls breaking down. There's somebody, you know, dropping their defenses and coming in for victory. So could be dealing with a Cancer. There's the walls. Yeah, and there's the truth. 3 out of the 4 aces. What are we missing? We're missing the Ace of Cups. So there is fear of emotional vulnerability. They're all upright. So we're at the crossroads. June is presenting the Divine Why, pivot point. We're at the crossroads. A decision needs to be made. And somebody here has not been willing to step into this new cycle. So there's resistance to learning a karmic lesson. Could be dealing with one of the fixed signs, Aries, Leo, Taurus, or Scorpio. And they can be stubborn, them fixed signs, right? But there is this energy of something needing to come back around. Something isn't completely done here. I feel somebody's confident when it comes to maybe a return. And this is about being deeply wounded, healing a core wound, stepping into the wounded healer, Leo energy. This is about recognizing where we've allowed a snake into our foundation. And so when it comes to a foundation, it could be a family, it could be a home, your body is a foundation. It's about releasing the struggle and trusting that we have our ancestral protection behind us, backing us when it comes to these new foundations, these new unions. So let's take a look at this Ace of Swords. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords and see what this revelation is. There's going to be a revelation. Ooh, we get the Emperor reversed, the 3 of Swords in reversed, and the 7 of Cups. Now that looks like repentance to me. We have a divine masculine here, I feel, that is going through a dismissal of his ego, healing from heartbreak, healing from pain, and definitely in the energy of repentance is what it feels like. Going through disillusionment. There's regrets over a past decision. Somebody is begging the universe to heal their heart, to heal an abandonment wound. Somebody that's been in the dark night of the soul. I feel a recognition of the missed opportunity for healing and wish fulfillment. Aquarius energy, Aries energy. And we've got a masculine here, I feel, coming in to face an ex of some sort, a Queen of Swords. Maybe this has been 4 years in the making. Somebody is just baffled at how they did not see this. There's some truth washing over somebody about an ex. Maybe there was some third-party interference here. But there's regret, there's remorse, there's abandonment, and there's repentance. Yeah, and maybe somebody was shady in the past. They didn't care about love. They didn't care about love. They cared about money. They were secretive. They were sneaky. I feel there might be a confession. We have somebody here that all they cared about was themselves. They were greedy. And they weren't ready to invest in something emotionally. There's fear of emotional intimacy there for sure. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and getting ready to take steps to rebalance maybe a situation where they didn't reciprocate somebody in the past. Wow. Let's take a look at this Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Cups in reversed. Justice reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. So there was interference here. There could have been jealousy issues, possessiveness. I do feel somebody's trying to steal somebody's golden opportunity. Maybe this Emperor's been dealing with a Queen of Wands in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sag. It doesn't have to be, but there's that drama queen. There's that Leo energy, Venus and Leo in the low vibration. There might be something playing out, and I do feel somebody is angry and upset that she's missing out on wish fulfillment, but it was never hers to begin with. This is getting interesting, and so there's going to be a rebalancing here. An unjust situation is going to be made right. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands. Reversed at that. Well, Four of Pentacles reversed. The Empress reversed. And the Six of Pentacles. There's a release here. We've got a karmic cycle coming to an end. We've got two people that are not destined to be together. This could be divorce proceedings. This could be like a common law commitment coming to an end. We've got a feminine here that is jealous, possessive, doesn't know her worth, doesn't know her value, getting the boot, getting released. And this is what is just. This is what is balanced. This is what is right. And so there's going to be some type of secret coming to light. And I do feel somebody has really lost a lot of sleep over this. So I do feel a recognition of a missed opportunity with a soulmate. Now we got the Queen of Pentacles. And this is pushing somebody into a transformative energy in order to gain that new perspective. Scorpio energy, Pisces. I think all done with the drama. There's going to be an unexpected shakeup in order to get somebody to leave something behind when it comes to maybe an emotional manipulator. So let's clarify the Chariot, because we're headed towards victory, but it is going to have to require releasing fear of intimacy. Releasing fear of intimacy. And it might require a confession. So I do feel a spiral dance of energies. We've got somebody very balanced here, very calm, very grounded, and we've got somebody getting ready to come in with a confession. We've got a masculine about to take action. And there's that, I didn't want to look at it, I don't want to know. That full moon is coming in, and I feel somebody's got a lot of regrets, and they're breaking free from a third-party situation, headed straight towards wish fulfillment. And that Three of Swords just landed on the floor, so there's going to be a fallout in order for a healing journey to begin. So let's get one last message with the romance angels. Attraction. You've attracted something here. In the month of July, I was going to say July, so maybe not till July. There's going to be a new romantic connection here. And maybe this will mean blending family, children. There could be children in the mix. But we'll get one last message here. What are you trying to tell me, Kitty? She's touching my cards right here. I don't know what she's looking at, but that attraction. So get ready. We're attracting these high vibration soulmate connections. I just heard Beauty and the Beast. And so a month of passion, and we're going to have to trust, right? So trusting in the feelings, exploring these new feelings. And there is a magnetic attraction here where I feel you've waited a very long time for this opportunity to come back around, because somebody's needed to release an unrequited love situation in the meantime. And that's kind of what I got for the energies for June, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out that description box below, guys. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.